So last class already we discussed, right? So what is the git CLI commands and how to play with the CLI. And yesterday we set up git GUI, and so we install Tata as git, and so GUI is nothing but so no need to type everything manually, and with the help of right, so that mouse and all we can easily handle. But mostly try to practice git CLI commands. And so enter also most they are asking only CLI commands. So right, so if they are asking how to merge, we can't say in via I am using so git GUI directly I am using. So mostly in real time we are using git CLI only. Just try to practice CLI. And as of now we discussed few git commands, right? So that's enough. In interview also most of the people they are asking, so those commands only try to practice it. Now, so let's come to today. We are going to discuss, we are going to see, and what is CI/CD tool, and what is the main role in industry, and what is the main purpose. So first, why you go for CI/CD tool? Now, as of now, right? Already many already right. So Maven is completed, correct? So with the help of Maven, so for example, this is my source code. Already we have source code, and this is my local repository. And so now this is the central same story only. So this is the central repo.
The screen is not shared, sir.
Screen is not visible. Okay, sorry. Now, so this is the, can you see my screen? Now we are using so GitHub or something. Is it visible?
Still loading, sir.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now this is the central repository. This is the local repository. Now, so source code and all. So we are maintaining central. This is our SRC source code and all, and we are maintaining multiple branches, and also we are maintaining multiple branches. And we are cloning, and your code is available local only. So your source code is available local only. So your source code is available local only. Okay.
సార్ మార్కొండ
Now
సార్ రికార్డు స్టార్ట్ అవ్వలేదు సార్ రికార్డు
already started. Okay.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే
It is
సార్
okay. So now what is that? Okay. So now this is the source code. Now this is our local. This is the local repository. We have source code and all here. Now as of now, right? So Maven is the build tool. Correct. So Maven is the build tool. So with the help of Maven, we can generate some files, right? What is those files? Why you go for Maven? It is compiling. This is the source code, right? So I want to compile my source code. Once the compilation is done, and with the help of right, we need to generate artifact files. We need to generate artifact files. I hope everyone know, right? So can you tell me anyone what is Maven lifecycle? Very very important. In interview also most of the people they are asking Maven lifecycle. What is Maven lifecycle? MUN,
Validate,
I am validate,
clean,
ఎంవిఎన్
manage,
ప్యాకేజ్
MUN
clean,
clean. Just tell me order.
compile,
MUN
ambient,
compile,
compile,
mm, MUN,
ambient,
MUN
test, sir,
mm, compile.
ambient,
Okay, test. Next MUN
MVN
package,
install,
package.
sir.
Install,
ambient,
install, and
deploy.
MUN package and MUN
Sir,
deploy.
after
Deploy,
packaging,
sir.
sir,
డిప్లాయ్
Deploy. Okay, so that order runs under no problem. But mostly if we come to real time, right? So mostly we are using so this mostly we are using so compilation is common only. Even if you use install means by default previous all commands it will execute. That is internal flow. If I am using MN package, internal it is executing all commands. But mostly we are using a package, deploy, install, and test. That is based on our requirement. Most of the cases I am also using only this. I am also, these are same, validate your package, it is cleaning existing package and all, and compiling the source code and all. Even if you use a package means internally it is compiling and it is generating package. So if you use package means what it will generate mostly. So Java people, we are using package only. What it will generate ma? If you use MEN space package means it is generating which file? That is, it is generating one format, right?
Jar
War
files, sir.
file or
Jar
jar
file.
Jar
file
files.
or EAR file, whatever it may be. So this is nothing but terminology is artifact file. First you need to remember this word. Naming convention, artifact, artifact files. So what is artifact file is means, so this is a war file, jar file or EAR file. Now, so this is my local repository. This is my local repository and we have source code here, and with the help of Maven and we can generate so any artifact files under. Okay. Now, so now manually we are running, right? Manually we are running MEN clean, MEN validate, MEN install, MEN test, MEN compile, everything we are typing manually. But if we come to real time, most of the cases we are implementing automation. So if everything doing manually means that is waste, right? So we have multiple automation tools. We have multiple DevOps tools. We have multiple DevOps tools. So with the help of these tools, with the help of these tools, we are going to automate. We are going to implement some automation process. No need to do manually. Now, so I am the developer. Just assume. So I am the developer one. I am the DevOps engineer or developer one. So already we have source code here. Already we have source code, and I am working with a development branch or test branch or feature branch, whatever it may be. So if you come to real time, we can see many branches, and I am working a feature branch. Okay, or I am working master branch, or working development or test branch, anything. Okay, main is that is the production branch. Mostly we won't work with the main branch, and the remaining development branch, test branch, stage branch, feature branch, release branch, hotfix branch. These are the branches, and it depends on requirement. We are creating every release one branch, and we are assigned to developer. Once development is done, we are merging to master branch. That is the whole story. Final overview. Okay, now I am in test branch or development branch, whatever it may be. Okay. So here I develop. Here see, right? I am the DevOps engineer, and so I implemented some files, configuration files. I created some configuration files. Now already this is a repository. Now I created some configuration file, or implemented some automation scripts, or I written some automation script, whatever it may be. Automation script. A developer means so they are developing some Java classes, or .NET people they are implementing some .NET related classes, and Salesforce people they are developing Salesforce related classes. That is flow. That is the whole story same only. Only technology will change, remaining flow and all everything same only. Now see here I configure, I implemented. Now finally I push it to central repository. Correct? Already I have code here, and I push it to central repository. I push it to central repository. So with the help of git commands we are using, right? Git push we are using so origin and master something we are passing which branch, test branch and all, or development or dev branch and all we are. Now your file move to local to central repository. Correct? Central repository. Now once it is integrated, now I push it to central, right? Already we have some code. Already we have some automation process steps. Now I updated automation steps. Now I push it to central repository. Now, so how to check whether these steps, whatever as of now I implemented, those steps properly working or not, all steps are executing or all steps working fine. How can I check it? As of now, you don't know, right? Suppose you don't have Maven, how to generate artifact file? So now mostly we are using one server, right? So just leave it. Later we'll explain. I want to deploy my source code to this server. Directly we are not copying this code, and we are not going to deploy your Tomcat server. Okay, we are not going to do like that. So what we need to do? So once if you modified any changes or if you integrated any new features, we need to generate artifact file. Now we know already Maven. With the help of Maven, so with the help of Maven, we can generate artifact file. Artifact file is nothing but that is right your entire project code, guys. Don't confuse here. That is nothing but package file. If we come to here, this is our repository. Even if we come to here real time, this is every project they are maintaining one repo. So that is Bitbucket or Bitbucket or TFS or GitHub, whatever it may be. So now this is my repository. Just assume. So this is my repository. Now try to see already we have. So just assume this is the Maven web application. This is Java related web application. So with the help of servlet JSP, that there is some Java classes and all we implemented. So this is the Java code. This is my project. Okay. So first time what we'll do? So we are clone this project to your local machine. I hope everyone know. So I cloned. So with the help of right somewhere wherever you want, we can clone this project. Remaining story same only. Git bash or we can use directly git clone -b dev and so URL. This is my now I got code my local repository. So now see here git clone -b dev and it is cloning. Okay. Now see here. This is very simple Java related projects and see here cd space Maven web application and so these are the Java classes. Now see here if you go to src, if you go to src source code, all Java classes files under here. I hope everyone know what is pom.xml file. This is the main file. If somewhere if you see pom.xml file, which build tools we are using, guys? In my
Maven.
so Maven. So if somewhere if you see build.xml file, so which build tool we are using?
Haven't.
Ant. Build.xml file. There is a multiple tools we are using Java people. So if you see somewhere, Maven build.xml file related to Maven. Maven means sorry, pom.xml file. If you are using Ant, we are using which file? That is the build.xml file. Or if you use Gradle, these all are the build tools, guys. The extension should be Gradle. We can see this is the extension. Okay, somewhere if we see any these extensions and we can easily identify with the help of name also. Now I hope you know everyone what is pom.xml file and in the file in pom.xml file what are the tags available. I hope you have some idea and this is the main file in Maven. This is the build tool. With the help of build tool we are going to generate the artifact file, correct? So that step is done. Now I modified this. This is my local code. This is my local, right? Now I have source code and already have Jenkins file. Or see here vi Jenkins file. Same story. Real time also we are following. Already we have this is the automation script and all. I implemented some of pipeline scripts and so every day based on your requirement, just assume I am going to update this script and all. I am going to update this script and all. Whatever you want, we can update. For example, here I given a echo statement. Here I given a echo statement, whatever it may be. So here I given insert. Okay, insert. Just I given something. Just assume. Now I updated. So clone clone repo project repo. Just I given something. Okay, I updated. Control S. Sorry, not S. Right. This is not a text file. Escape colon X save and exit. Now we modified. See here git status and all status and the remaining story same only git add and so git commit -m whichever file you modified same story. So updated Jenkins file. I given some comment message. Now that is done. Now I pushed. See here, git push origin. We are pushing to particular branch name development. That is story is done. Okay. Now code is available central repository. No problem. Now token ID and so where is my token ID? I forgot. Mhm. So somewhere I have. Let me check it. I have token ID git and so here last time I pasted here. I copy the token ID. So here this is working only for me. It won't work for your case. So where is token ID? I copied somewhere git. I think this is my latest token ID. And coming to here, just paste it. That's it. Okay. Now username. Why it is asked username, right? We did some settings and all. I think everything gone.
Token ID, token ID. Try to give token ID. Copy token ID.
Where is that? Invalid username. What is git config? Anyway, this story and all already I hope everyone know. Again, I need to configure. Where is that my username? Username correct only. Invalid. Or else we can reset that ID also. So you know right how to generate a new token ID. If it is not working, go to settings. Already know right. Go to settings and so developer settings. Project or repo? Developer, not developer settings. Under developer settings, personal token access and classic. And already it is just delete this existing one. I don't want. Now generate new token. Select classic and so this is the first time your repo password and all. Now see here. So DevOps token. Just I given some name. After 90 days I want to expire. That's it. If you want to, you can select all. I don't want all these things. Anyway, I'm mostly using generate token and copy this token. Next I'm keeping somewhere. Okay. So this is my token. Now try it again. So git push development. Now it is asking token. Click on token. Just paste it. Okay. Now it is see it is connected to repository. I push it to central repository. So up to this story everyone know. Now I implemented some code right locally. I push it to central repository. Now how to check whether this code is properly working or not? Where I can check it. So we need to trigger build. We need to generate some artifact files. Once artifact file is generated, so whether we need to deploy any one server, right? So that is maybe test server or dev server or stage server, wherever it may be. Now as of now, with the help of Maven, you know how to generate artifact files. Now there is a one tool is there now. Now Maven means manually we are generating artifact file. So now I want to automate, right? Continuous. There is a one tool available, and this is the topmost one of the CI/CD tool, Jenkins. Jenkins is the one of the topmost CI/CD tool in market, and this is the open source. And so mostly we can use Java project, Salesforce project, .NET project. It will support all flavors. Okay, so Jenkins is the one of the topmost, right? So CI/CD tool. Now I want to deploy here. Now as of now,
Sir, your screen is not visible.
not visible. 1 second. happening? Now is it visible? No.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So now, so this is our repository. Now this is the flow. Now this is the repository. Now developers, whatever developers are DevOps engineers, testers and all, they are working parallelly in our repository, parallelly. So once the development is done, we are pushing your code change to central repository. So these are the central, this is central repo or central workspace. And so this is the central repo. This is the local repo. This is the developer or this is the tester or DevOps engineer. Multiple people working right parallelly. So multiple people working parallelly, and daily they are updating their source code and they are pushing to central repository. This story and all I hope everyone know. Now I am the DevOps engineer. So whatever these people develop, these are the local. This mission local, this is the local, this is the local. Now, once the artifact file is generated, how to check whether your project properly working or not? Whatever implemented that flows, that everything functionality is properly or not? So directly can you check that code with the help of code? No, right? What you need to do? We need to deploy any one server. So for example, this is my Tomcat server. I want to deploy Tomcat server. Now, as of now, your code is implemented. So directly can you copy this code to your Tomcat server? There is already we discussed right waterfall model. There is agile model and all. We can copy that is right a hard code deploy, that is a hard deployment. But Maven, we are using Maven. Just assume here we are using Maven. So here we used Maven. So with the help of Maven, what we can do? This is a Maven. Just assume this is a Maven. Correct? This is a build tool. Sorry. This is the build tool. We are using Maven. This is a build tool. With the help of build tool, what we are going to do, guys? Here we are generating which files? Artifact
Artifact files.
file files. That is nothing but var or jar or er, whatever it may be. So once a var file is generated, we are deploying Tomcat server. I don't know how many people Tomcat and all. Already sir so show some sample example under right. Once a var file is generated, so directly we cannot check here. We need to deploy these artifact files any one server. But mostly in real-time Java people we are using Tomcat server or JBoss server or WebLogic server. These are the server names, guys. And WebLogic server, JBoss server. There is multiple servers available in market, and based on your requirement, we can use. Suppose .NET people they are using only IAS server. So these Java people we have many servers. All are open source, right? Almost all are open source. And Java people based on client requirement, based on right project requirement, we can use any one server. But if we come to right Java .NET people, they are using only one server. That is the Microsoft server. So .NET people they are using only IAS server. For Java people they are using many servers. Okay. So Java people they are using many servers. Also we can there is sandbox. If you come to Salesforce and all, we are using sandbox. This is a naming convention. Just remember. Okay, no problem. Even if you not understand, leave it. This is the server. Once the code is done, once artifact file is generated, if you want to test whether your source code, your project properly running or not, whatever you implemented, that entire working fine or not, if you want to check it, just we need to deploy any one server. That is our final target. Now, as of now, we are running manually, right? Mn space package, mn space install, mn space compile and all. Correct? Clear or not? So now these all are the manual process. Now there is a one tool is there here. Jenkins is the one of the topmost CI/CD tool. There is Jenkins is the one of the topmost CI/CD tool. Continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. So now we are going to introduce one more tool. This is the CI/CD tool. So we'll discuss, already we know some idea, continuous CD and CA and CD tool, continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. So Jenkins is just one tool, guys. It won't do anything itself. Directly with the Jenkins, we can't do anything. Jenkins, this is only Jenkins server. Okay, this is like one tool. This is one open source. And Jenkins itself, it won't do anything. Jenkins, we can integrate many tools. With the help of Maven, I can generate artifact files, and these artifact files I can deploy automatically in Tomcat server. That task and all taken care by Jenkins. But Jenkins is just one tool, and this is one of the topmost continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Continuous deployment tool. And here it will provide a lot of plugins, guys. The main advantage of Jenkins is it will provide a lot of plugins. Plugins means it will support many technologies. Jenkins server support many technologies. If you want to, we can configure Java projects. If you want to, we can configure Java. Or if you want to, we can configure .NET. This is .NET project or Salesforce project, whatever you want. Salesforce. Any technology it will support. So that is the greatness of Jenkins. Jenkins, it will provide lot of plugins. So with the help of those plugins, we can integrate, we can configure, we can create jobs, any type of technology. That is the main advantage of Jenkins. Now see here, in Jenkins, we are going to integrate Maven. We are going to configure Maven. We are going to already I configure it here. This is a Maven. With the help of Maven, Jenkins, it is generating artifact files. Artifact files. Same story only. That is var or jar, var or maybe. So once this artifact file is generated, directly with the help of Jenkins, we can deploy into any server. If we want to, we can deploy Tomcat server or WebLogic server or JBoss server or .NET, we can use IAS server. And those people they are using, so Java people they are using Maven. The .NET people are they are using so MS build. This is the, just remember, MS build, which is also .NET build tool, MS build. For Java people, we are using Maven or Ant. So we can use Maven or Ant. Java people mostly we are using, we can use Maven or we can use Ant or we can use Gradle. So like this, that is these are the main build tools. Java people. For so .NET and mostly they are using MS build. This is the Microsoft product they are using. And for Salesforce and all, we are using Ant only. For building and all, we are also using same Ant. Now see here, now source code available here. Now come to here. This is my repository. What is my repository? Now observe here. So this is my repository. What is this? This is my project. So github.com. You can take any project. For example, so this is the Maven web application, correct? So this is the Maven web application. This is the Maven web application. Just assume for your understanding purpose. Already I have project in my repository. Maven web application. This is my project. And daily I am going to update some files, some configuration, whatever it may be. Here I have many branches. Master branch I have, and so development branch I have, test branch, feature branch, blah 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 branches. Okay. Now these people are particularly working a specific branch, but mostly we want to work master. Just assume development branch. I am working with development branch. Just this is the development branch. Now, so daily I am updating files. I am pushing to central repository. So now already code is available. Now I updated new features. Now I push it to central repository. Once I push it to central repository, so now I want to generate artifact file, right? Or else how can I deploy in my Tomcat server? We want to check, right, whether my flow is properly running or not, whether that build is success or not. We want to check whether that code properly running or not. Once if push means it won't trigger anything. With the help of these tools, we are going to generate artifact file. That artifact file we are going to deploy Tomcat server or any server, and we are going to testing here. Here only we are checking whether your code is properly working or not. That is development related code. Here I am talking only development related code. Okay. So testers will test the functionality. So here only we can check the entire project, right, functionality and all, that flows and all. Now, suppose if you don't have these tools, how to check the old days? Mostly we are following, right, waterfall model. Mostly, right, waterfall model. So once the entire development is done, and we are going to deploy into any one server, and again same story in demo classes already I explained. So they are giving some time period to tester. The testers will test the all project flow, entire project and all. And finally they are finding some issues, some bugs and all. Again they are move on to development phase. Again they are taking 1 month or 2 months time period. Again they are implementing. Next entire code we are deploying into server. Again they are testing 1 week, 2 weeks. Again they are finding some like this is the very right irritative process. This is a long process. Now we are following which model nowadays? All organization, most of the project we are following which model? Agile model. Which model? Agile model. In interview also they are asking which model we are following. Which is the Agile model. Just tell them Agile model, and we have some Scrum calls, and we are using some tools, and with the help of the tools we can. This is nothing but iterative process. That is nothing but print and release. Right? But namings. Print and release. So SPR and print, right? Or someone we are calling release also. This is the naming convention, guys. If anyone interview also they asked, so which methodology you are following? So which methodology you are following? Waterfall model or agile model? Don't tell waterfall and all. That is 15 years back, 20 years back. So nowadays every project, every organization they are following which model? Which model, guys?
Agile models.
Agile model. Okay, just a agile model. In interview also many people asked which model you are following. So just simply say we are following agile model, and we can explain. So actually we are following agile, and every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks we are going to deploy our new changes to our production environment. We are deploying to new changes to your production environment. So that's this and all we can highlight orally. So we are following every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, this is the every 2 weeks. This is nothing but print. This is nothing but sprint or release. So someone is calling release, someone is calling print. That is depends on project, guys. I am not saying 100% all projects they are following 2 weeks, but we are following every 2 weeks. We are going to deploy my new changes to production environment. Or sometimes they are using 1 month, 4 weeks, or 2 weeks, or 1 week also. Small projects, some any changes and all they are following 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. So just we can say anyone that is your wish. We can say every 2 weeks we are going to reply we are going, this is my release dates. Every 2 weeks we are release our product to customers. These are the naming convention, these are the terminology, just try to remember. Okay, so interview also if they are anyone is asking which model you are following, which methodology you are following, agile model, and every 2 weeks we are going to deploy my new changes into production environment as well. And also here scrum calls, this is the terminology. Scrum call means daily we have scrum call, scrum, scrum calls. There is one scrum master is there. Daily they will conduct one meeting, and they are asking so what did you yesterday, what we are going to do today, and do we have any impediments, do we have any challenges, do we have any issues. So if we have any issues, any challenges, any impediments, we can highlight. And if we need any requirement or if we need anyone help, we can write a highlight in scrum call. Just update status update call simply. So scrum call. Okay, daily status call. What is this? Status call. These are the terminals. Just remember, we need to remember all these words. Okay. This is the scrum call. Simply we are calling scrum call. Scrum call is nothing but a status call, guys. So what did yesterday and what we are going to do today, and do we have any impediments or any challenges and any issues? So any help? So they are asking, and so and also we are using some tools. Mostly we are using some tools and all. Later we'll discuss. Mostly we are using Jira tool and all, and also some other tools. That is depends on project. We are using different tools. So clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? Just leave it. That is different story. Now where are you? Now what is CI/CD tool? So CI/CD tool is nothing but continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. In name itself, we can easily understand. Already we have source code here. Continuous integration. Integration means already we have code and I implemented new code. If I push new changes to here, I want to merge this code and I want to test these results, whether my code is working or not, whether it is working or whether do we have any issues. So how it will, with the help of some other tools, it is generating artifact files, and with the help of Jenkins, we are connected to any one server and automatically it is deploying it. And this is easier for testers, guys. This is easier for testers, and immediately they can check the immediately they can right, check the results, whether that is code is working or not, whether that functionality is working or not. So they can easily understand. So if you use waterfall model, we cannot like that. There is no feedback, and also everyone once this is the build is trigger, and immediately we are getting emails also. Emails whether that build is success or fail. We'll get emails, and your code is running or not. So immediately we can get the result, and based on that result, again we can update your code. Again we can deploy your code. So this is the whole story and try to understand. And so here there is a one new tool, CI/CD tool, continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Okay. So as of now, anyone any doubt, guys? Why you go for continuous and continuous? Let me show here. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
now, so this is the one of the there is many tools available in market, guys. But so nowadays, most of the people uh, currently we are using Jenkins only, and Jenkins there is a lot of advantages there. That is the reason many people they are choosing Jenkins. Okay, so there is many tools available in market. We can use anyone also, not only Jenkins. But mostly we are using Jenkins in real time. So that is the reason we are going to learn any one CI/CD tool. Jenkins is the one CL tool. If you know Jenkins, if you know one CI/CD tool, we can easily understand. We can easily write update the other tool also. You don't worry. All are same process only, but only few steps it will change. Some of steps and all configuration will change. Remaining entire process is same only. So that is the reason we are going to learn one tool, CI/CD tool, that is the Jenkins. Now if we come to here, see here interview also many people they asked what is Jenkins. If you mention in your resume Jenkins, so someone is asking what is Jenkins and why you go for Jenkins. At least we need to say 2 to 3 lines. So here Jenkins means Jenkins is a open source automation CI/CD tool, guys. This is also open source. What is open source means no need to pay any amount, no need to pay anything, no need to buy anything, and this is the long term, and it will support all flavors, all technologies. Jenkins is used to build and test your software projects continuously. So what is main purpose of Jenkins? With the help of Jenkins, you can build and test your software projects continuously. Continuously means so daily means if you come to here, if you come to here, so that is the meaning. Here I have three resource, right? So developers developing the same project, tester also working same project, DevOps engineer is also same project. He is updating, he is pushing some files. Tester also he is writing some automation test case and all he is pushing. And DevOps engineer we are doing some automation and we are updating some configurations. Parallelly all are working same project only. But how to get how can I find my results? Continuously these guys they are implementing, they are pushing, right? I want to check results, whether this code is working or whether this code, this test case is running or not, whether I implemented some automation process, this automation steps are running or not. This is very difficult to in real time handle. So that is the reason, right? With the help of see here, we can continuously build and test your software project continuously. So what is the advantage of this? It is easier for developers and integrate their changes to project repository, and also it is easier for testing results also, and allows continuous delivery also. Your build integrating with testing and deploying to any one server. Now see here. So already this is the existing code and I implemented new code. I pushed this code. I want to merge this code. I want to trigger the build. Suppose if you don't have Maven, if you don't have Jenkins, there is no option. You have to manually copy this entire source code. We have to deploy into any one server. Now we know, right? We know Maven. Now we know Jenkins also. With the help of these tools, we can easily integrate your existing code to your new code to your existing code, and it will trigger the build, and we will get some artifact files. Automatically, these artifact files we are going to deploy the Tomcat server or any one server, and we can easily get your results whether that code is working or not, whether it is fail, whether it is success. So that is the main things, guys. Just try to understand. So these are the main. See here. So software develop continuously and easier for developers to integrate changes to repository. So daily they are updating some code, right? So that changes and all we can easily integrate to existing code. That is your repository code. And it is allows to continuously deliver or continuously deploy your code to any one server. Now I want to deploy this code. So with the help of Jenkins, automatically we can deploy into Tomcat server. Automatically we can deploy into Tomcat server. So if you want to implement this, so that case we go for Jenkins. And so there is a many advantages available in Jenkins. Now see here, the first thing is this is the open source, guys, and also this is the user friendly, and we can easily install, and so no not required any additional right installation part and all. So directly we can download from Google, and directly we can install, and directly we can work with Jenkins. So no need to install any patches, no need to install any other softwares. So directly we can download, we can install it. And this is a free of cost. No need to pay anything. No need to pay anything. This is also free of cost. And the main point is platform independent. Platform independent means so we can configure any operating system. If you want to, we can configure Windows operating system, or if you want to, we can configure Linux operating system wherever you want. It will support all flavors, Windows and also Linux and also Mac OS or whatever it be. So any flavor it will support. Any operating system we can simply download and see here. That is the main. See here, this is the platform independent. So it will support all platforms and different operating systems, and it will support all technologies also. And there is one more greatness of Jenkins is Jenkins provide lot of plugins, thousands of plugins. So with the help of these plugins, we can easily integrate. We can easily integrate other tools. We can easily integrate other tools, and we can easily innovate. So we can make it your work very easy. So that is the main advantage of Jenkins. It will provide lot of plugins. It is provides hundreds of plugins. With the help of these plugins, we can easily integrate any tool. If you want to, we can integrate Maven. If you want to, we can integrate Ant. If you want to, we can integrate Gradle. If you want to, we can integrate MS Build, Salesforce, any technology. And it support master and slave configuration. Leave this point, we will explain later. So this is it will also support master and slave configurations. So first you don't know, right, what is master and what is slave, leave it. Okay, we'll see later. And so we can deploy any environment. Now see here, once development is done, now see here in this case, just assume this is the development. My development is done. I want to deploy automatically with the development environment. Suppose I have one more server. This is the development server, and this is the test server, and I want to deploy here. So automatically we can deploy here also once development is done. Suppose I have a stage server. So we can deploy all our servers only, guys. Don't confuse here. All our servers only. That is depends on right different servers we are maintaining in real time. We can deploy any one server, stage server. So see, automatically we can deploy wherever we want. We can deploy it. We can deploy this server. We can deploy this server, or we can deploy directly this server, any one server. So automation we can implement. That is the main. See here, what is this? And deploy direct. So deploy directly to test server, stage server, or production server, or development server, or any server. This is the one of the main advantages. And it is used to deployment, release artifact, and with the custom scripts. And if you want to, we can write here. Mostly we are writing some of the script and all. So that is nothing but custom scripts. Custom is nothing but based on requirement we can write some scripts. That is nothing but a custom script, whatever you want. So with the help of Groovy we are implementing some scripts, or with the help of shell script we can implement some scripts, and all scripts will support in Jenkins. This is nothing but custom scripts. We can use any type of script. Okay, so shell script we can use, Groovy script we can use, Groovy we can use, shell script also we can use, any type of, that is PowerShell also. There is different scripting available in market. So whatever we want, we can implement and we can integrate it. We can use it, that script. So that is the, so this is the one of the main features of Jenkins. Clear, guys? So anyone, any doubt here? So what is Jenkins? So simply in interview also many people asked. So what is Jenkins? Just at least say two lines or one line, whatever you know. Just remember. Okay, Jenkins is an open source automation CI/CD tool, and Jenkins is used to build and test your software projects continuously. And with the help of this, it is easier for developers and it is easier for testers to check their results. Okay, and also once the testing is done, if you want to, we can deploy, we can integrate other tools and we can deploy into any servers, whatever you want. So that is this is the flow already here, right? So like this, once that is done, we can deploy into any one server. We can deploy into any one server. Just this is test server, and this is a development server, and this is the stage server, and I have production server. If you want to, we can deploy production server also. These all are the servers. No need to do manually. So we need to do some configuration and all. And coming classes, we can learn all those things. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So now just remember one or two lines. What is Jenkins and what is the advantage of? So last interview also one guy asked. So why you go for? There is many tools available in market, right? So why you go for Jenkins? And what is the greatness of Jenkins? And so mostly which technology we can use Jenkins? We can use any technology, but mostly Java people we are using Jenkins. It will support all technologies. It will, we can you know, write, we can use Salesforce, we can use .NET, we can use any, but mostly Java people, so 99% so they are using Jenkins. This is also one open source tool, continuous integration and continuous deployment tool, continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. I will give more on this next class. So this is the whole hierarchy and how it will work. Now see here, this is the repository, right? If any new changes come to repository, what Jenkins server will do? Jenkins server keep on monitoring your repository, keep on checking your repository. If any new changes come to your repository, automatically it will trigger the build with the help of Maven. So here terminology is build, guys. Build. Build the job or build the project. Job or project. Build the project or build the job. This is the main naming convention. So if any new changes come to my repository, so Jenkins, what Jenkins will do? Jenkins keep on watching, keep on, right, watching our repository, central repository. And if any new changes come to my repository, automatically Jenkins start the build with the help of other tools. So these are the secondary, and we are maintaining we are configuring multiple tools, right? So with the help of these tools, Jenkins start the build, and it is generating artifact files. Once the build is succeeded, so automatically it will going to deploy into any one server. That is depends on your requirement. That is depends on your requirement. I hope you got it right. So whether the build is success or it will fail, no problem. If it is success, your code is working fine. If it is failed, there is some problem on your code, your source code. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the main role of Jenkins. So this is the main role of Jenkins. Just remember what is Jenkins means. So Jenkins is an open source. Jenkins is a open source automation CI/CD tool, continuous integration, continuous deployment tool. I will give what is continuous integration, what is continuous deployment, more on that. For the time being, just remember. And Jenkins is used to build. It will build the project. It will build the project, and so test your software project continuously. Software project continuously. Okay. And what is the main advantages? It is easier for developers, and they can easily check their results whether that build is success or it is failed. And also once build is succeeded, and we can integrate, we can deploy any one server, that is test server, stage server, or production server, or wherever you want. So that is the whole story. And so there is some benefits, advantages. See here, the main thing is it is a open source, and we can easily work with Jenkins. This is user friendly, and so no need to install any other packages, other softwares and all. And this is the free of cost. The main thing is this is the platform independent. We can install any platform, and it will support all, right? All platforms, different operating systems. That is one main point is Jenkins. It will provide hundreds of plugins. It will provide hundreds of plugins. With the help of these plugins, we can easily integrate other tools, and we can make it your work very easy. That is the main point. And it will support master and slave, and we'll discuss later. And so once that is build is succeeded, and directly we can deploy into any one server, any one environment. That is testing environment, development environment, production environment, wherever you want. And also if you want to, we can write any scripting with the help of Groovy, any custom scripts, whichever script you know. So with the help of that script, we can easily write your script automation part, and we can implement. So anyway, coming classes, slowly we can see all these steps. So now I hope you got some idea, right? What is Jenkins and all? Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt? Yes or no?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So that's it. So Jenkins, and the next class I will give more on this. What is the Jenkins architecture, and so how it will work. So that and all. So next class I will give more on this. So that's it from my side.